Yo, what's up everybody, and welcome in to another VR accessibility overview video. And this one is of the demo for Quantaar. I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it. I honestly don't know. Devs, if you are watching this video, please let me know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, because I have no idea. That's the only way I could think of to pronounce it, and I could be completely wrong. But anyway, let's just talk about the game a little bit first before I get into everything. I guess the simplest way to put it is almost like a VR Smash Bros. And I think in any video I've seen, I think that's kind of how people have described it as well. It's accurate. Like, at least to me, it is definitely accurate. It's fun. Like, it is so fun. But they are currently, you are seeing this, but if you're seeing this video on the day that it is posted, that will be November 7th, 2021. You have, I think, roughly like 3 more days or so to be able to download this game and just play it. They're currently doing a free demo week, which started on the 3rd, ends on the 10th, if I'm correct, or goes through the 10th, so maybe it ends technically on the 11th, but I don't know. But yeah, let's get into it. Okay, the first thing we'll start with is the gameplay you guys are seeing right now all around me. Is it is being captured through a Oculus Quest 2 and a link cable. And you may notice that it's a little bit on, it looks laggy. It doesn't look like it has the best frame rate. I'm going to put up here on the screen, these are the specs to my PC. They're nothing fantastic. By the standards of what a lot of people typically have when they're playing VR. i7-8700, which that part is fantastic. 16 gigs of RAM, GTX 1060, all that good stuff. The 1060 is where stuff kind of falls a little bit, but you're good. The minimum for this game, I believe, is a 950. I will put it on the screen if I am incorrect, and I probably am. So, yeah, my PC shouldn't have a problem playing this. For some reason, it going through the link cable was rather laggy. I do not know why. But I'm gonna cut to another piece of gameplay where I recorded through virtual desktop. I thought about this completely later on after I'd already recorded the other stuff. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna record a little bit through, or I'm gonna try playing it through virtual desktop, and we'll see if it goes any better. I think you're seeing it. I mean, I know you're seeing it, but are you seeing the difference? Obviously visuals go down a bit. Not, it's not as crazy, but it runs. It doesn't get, obviously, the smoothest of frame rates. Stuff like if you're doing an ultimate, which I will make sure that you are seeing me using the ultimate of the one character, the frames do go down just a little bit even then, but it is nothing compared to what you saw previously. But let's jump back over to that, actually. and we will talk about the accessibility. Now, this game, I have some feedback, and not much feedback actually. There's not a whole lot because most of the game is done on the sticks. And what's really cool, it says it on the Steam page, is or if you go on Steam or if you have it installed, it will show that it seems to have partial regular controller support. I don't have my Xbox controller or anything like that next to me right now, but it seems like maybe even you could be in VR, have everything set up, and then once you're in matches or in a match, or maybe before, you could switch over to a regular controller if that's more what you're used to. Because a lot of it is just moving mainly the one stick, the left stick, to make your character move. And then the triggers do most of the attacks. The grips, either of the grips for your shield. Clicking in the right stick is your super move. Doing this and doing that. And so that's all good. But where I have some feedback on it, and you guys, I'll actually show a quick clip of it right now. When you first boot up the game, you'll see this canister type thing. I don't know what else to call it. That's just kind of what it looks like. You'll see it, and it'll be and you'll actually have to reach out and grab it, and then you'll have to take it, and then you'll have to use both of your hands and kind of push it together, and then it kind of takes you into the next area. If possible, and this is my first little piece of feedback, I guess, for accessibility. I mean, you can see my wheelchair. For the sake of people that might not have as much mobility, in their arms, would it be possible for you to put that canister a little bit closer? I couldn't tell you right out of the top of my head how close, but put it if you have a chair with an armrest, maybe in the studio or something, put your arms on it, make sure the elbows are almost all the way at the back of it, and then try and get it close to where you barely have to move away from the armrest. And if you can grab it, or take the laser thing that a lot of VR games use, even this one, to go into the options, set up training, go into matches, select your friends list, do all that stuff. Use that, have that be a thing, and then so if they point at it and they hold down grip, boom, they're holding it. I don't know which way would be easier. I would think just moving it closer would be easier. And you have to do that every time you load into the game. So having that be closer, or just having the laser and so you can grab it that way, would help a lot. I think that would help so much. And then continuing on into that, after that, especially if it's your first time loading the game up, there will be two things, and they will have handprints on them, and you got to put your hand up against it for either standing play or seated play. And then it even recommends seated play. You don't really have to stand for this game. And I had to, even with either of my arms, you have to fully extend. At least from where I was, obviously, this play space isn't big. I probably could just roll forward, but this play space is not big. It's not big enough to do that. So again, like if you could put those closer, that would be amazing. Again, for people with not as much mobility in their arms, that would be fantastic. And then I think there's one other. Oh, when you got to put on the bracelets or the arm things. Whoops. You got to put those on. You have to fully stretch your arms. Bring those closer. Basically, yes. Any of that stuff, bring it all closer. Bring it closer, and that way, people that don't have as much mobility in their arms can still actually, access it and use it. Because you got to be able to get the stuff to be able to play the game, to get it to keep going. And another thing that I did notice this is that I believe it behaves as though you have like a body, like impact. And I noticed this when I was in the lobby or hub or whatever it is. I can't remember. Bad memory. When I would go up to the button to like go into a different part that was accessible in the demo, I couldn't just keep my arm on my arm rest and be able to get close enough to the handprint section to activate it. That one, like, I don't know. I mean, you still want to have that like collision as if you're a person and you walk into the thing, but so I don't really know how that would get changed, but I did feel like I needed to mention that because that's another thing right there. You need to be able to access other areas of the hub area. It's not gonna be good if you can't. But I think with most of these things, either moving them closer or just using like the laser pointer thing, like you can in menus, have that be another method for all that stuff. For all that stuff in the game, like grabbing the canister or doing the handprint buttons in the hub area to like get to the lobbies and do this and that. Have that be another way if possible. I'm not a game dev, so I honestly have no idea if any of that stuff is massively difficult to do or not. But yeah, I mean, these are pretty much the only pieces of feedback like that I can give, because other than that, it seems solid. You don't really have to move your arms because pretty much everything is done on the controller. Actually, before I keep going and stop the video, probably something I should mention here. To anybody that is colorblind, and I will say, especially if you cannot, I think it is a thing. I don't know. I am not colorblind, so please correct me if I am wrong. But in some cases, people cannot see the color blue, I think. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. Please. But most of the menu systems are that color. So I don't know. I don't know how easy it would be to add one colorblind mode, let alone, I mean, there are technically 4, I think. Don't know how easy that is to add stuff like that. Probably not easy. I have no idea though. But yes, be aware if that is something that is important. It does not have colorblind mode. And also, if you want southpaw controls, aka you're moving around with the right stick and the camera to turn is with the left stick, I also prefer that when it is available. Maybe it can be by the full release. Maybe it can be. Maybe, please devs. But yeah, that is not in the game at the moment. But yes, I think that is now all of the current feedback that I could probably give. Is try and bring the necessary things closer. Give, or just make it all grippable, I guess, via like the laser pointer thing. Maybe add a colorblind mode if that's possible. I don't know. It'd be nice though, for the people that need it. Southpaw controls if possible. I know there's not a ton of like first person movement and stuff like that, but just character movement in general, it can feel a lot better for a lot of people, myself included. So that's a thing. But yeah, other than that, the game is really fun, as I've said. And again, if you guys are seeing this on November 7th when the video is posted, and anytime before November 10th, then download it on Steam. It is VR only, so know that you will need a VR headset. Like this one. You'll need a Quest 2 or anything like that can play. So sadly, if you don't have VR, you're kind of out of luck on this one. But yeah, that is going to do it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully this helps you. And the game, I believe Steam says it is sometime in 2022. The game will be fully out on Steam, and I am excited for it. I definitely am looking forward to playing it so much more. And yeah, if you enjoyed it, do the YouTube things. And if you're new to the channel and you want more accessibility overview videos, there are, I think, like 15, 16 that are up besides this one. And I'm going to be doing more. So if you want that, do all the other YouTube things. And I will see y'all later. All right. Peace out.